Ooh-wee, he still has a lot of resources left. Hey there, YouTube! Welcome back to the Gekko another daily video for you guys. This video is actually something I found that I completely forgot I recorded. This happened about 2 weeks ago, so don't mind the power and all the different things that look different. Yeah, tons of things happened along the way, and I just completely forgot I had recorded this. We ended up finding this big boy bank, and as you guys can see, we are about to hit it with a nice little rally. Now, this bank of SK4 was substantial. It was huge, as you guys saw in the intro, and you guys are going to see the report again in a little bit. Pretty much, we found a gathering bank who was unshielded, anything, and we rallied it. And before he could do anything, he had to get his troops back or get online or whatever it was. And we did get a little bit of a snack out of him, which you guys will see later on. But I, of course, as you guys are seeing, missed the first rally. And I was in the second rally, but it didn't work out too well, as you guys will see in a little bit. Pretty much, you can see all of a sudden, there are guys like scouring around the map, trying to help out, reinforce this guy, or attack the other troops that are moving around. You guys are going to see in a second another rally. This is actually a 7.8 million power guy, okay? This is not a small player. It's a big boy player, and he didn't think he'd get attacked, but he was very mistaken. You guys will notice that in a little bit, we also burned his buddy that's sitting right up top. And it was one of those things where, you know, I tried to hit it by myself by mistake, and then I stopped, and now I waited next to him for the next rally, which ended up not coming out, and it was a whole mess. Pretty much what ended up happening, let's rewind to the beginning of the story. We're chilling, doing our thing, talking in chat and whatnot. Bam, someone puts a scout on in the chat, and it's like, wow. We all targeted, teleported, started attacking whatever moves, right? Including the big bank that we knew that would be stacked. You guys will see in a little bit, once I actually scouted again, what was left in it. But this guy had about 130,000 tier 4s in it, as well as about 100,000 tier 3s and a bunch of other reinforcements, which our rallies took out. And this is another rally on his friend that was next to him, who was being reinforced and also reinforced the bank. I'm assuming these two people might be the same person, or I don't know what, because you can see very clearly that he all of a sudden logs in and just does what he did, which I'm not going to spoil. You see a ton of attacks. We're trying to stop a little bit of reinforcements here and there. I did a little bit, as you can see on the screen, trying to get this guy down until he gets into the base, and boom, disappears. We all scour. More rallies, more everything. You guys can see that one of their guys ported up top and started sending reinforcements. They seem to be a little bit worried about their alliance fortress, which makes sense. I was trying to kind of figure out what was going on. We looked through the reports a little bit, and you can see that the second rally, which I was part of, went pretty decently well. It wasn't too terrible. It was just, you know, a nice little hit. That's it. A little bit of resources we picked up along the way, which is always a good thing. And yeah, that was pretty much it for this point. As we're setting up, you know, remind you that at least 10 of us use targeted teleports to get as close as we can to this guy, because it was go time, man. And we figured, you know, we'd get a lot of kills out of it. We'd get a ton of resources. We might get a little bit lucky and empty this guy out. I'm assuming that this is a bank account, an account that pretty much all the alliance sends their resources into to hold them, essentially. You can see by the amount of power he has and kills that he has, that either he's been attacked a lot and defended, or he's been so aggressive that he was stacked on. I don't know. More rallies coming out. There wasn't even a question in anyone's mind. We're going in, we're gonna fight these guys, and we're gonna get our kills. While all this setting up is going on, I ended up scouting this our friendly bank. I was like, you know what? Let's go look at the scout. So after looking at the scout, it was before the scout, actually, we looked at Jix's first rally that hit the bank, right? Look at how many resources this guy's picked up. They pretty much maxed out on every resource that they can, as much as they can. And that was the first rally that actually hit. This is the report, well, the scout of the actual base. Now, I suggest that you guys stop the video for a second and look at that, because that's over 100 million food. Over, I think it was 30,000, 40,000 wood, right? There was a ton of gold, a ton of stone. This guy was stacked out of his mind, and Jix was not about to let him live. We setting up, chilling, you know, seeing the troops moving around, trying to figure out what's going on, who needs help, who's getting soloed, who's sending reinforcements out, where are these reinforcements, what are we doing? You know, the standard thing. We're looking to figure out what's going on. And if you notice, there is a march going towards that bank, and that's his own march. Now, I'm assuming that guy was somewhere either gathering or reinforcing a friend. As our rally marches, and these are two different rallies for the two different targets that were right there that we rallied previously and still had a lot of troops left. All of a sudden, you know, we're marching, chilling and all that, you know. It takes that little time of a march to reach that castle, and poof. We're like, what the heck? What happened? He's gone. He logged in, got his troops, and dipped. Now, we did end up finding him again, but if he's online, for us, it would be 5, 10 targeted teleports, while for him, it's 1. And I'm assuming that at some point, he'd probably shield. So, there was no point in following him. Which is sad, you know, because this is your alliance territory. You would think that if you're a big boy bank, you're a 7 million power player, that your alliance mates are going to be around you and ready to reinforce you and just hold the bank, right? These guys dipped. Look, the other guy ported away too. And the little, other than that little guy who's about to disappear as well, every single one of them left. They all left. Look, their whole area, their whole territory is empty. With the exception of this one little dude who ported in late, all their territory is empty. They just said, screw that, we are not messing with these guys, we're gone. And they left their own alliance fortress, which is kind of sad. I mean, our buddies at SKM and DB were fighting these guys, and that's how we ended up finding this random bank. But you would think that these guys would either stand their ground or shield, but not flee. You guys actually left your own alliance territory to run away from us. Why? Stand up for your ground, man, or shield, but don't run away. We spent all these targeted teleports for nothing. So we ended up finding that little target and said, screw it, you know what, we'll rally another target just for the S's and G's of it. You know, because it is what it is. Was it a waste? It definitely was a waste of ports, because we did not get as many resources as we'd like to get out of a situation like that, where so many of us spend all these teleports. And I was like, man, if this is the case, if I'm actually gonna get stuck here, and well, I ported back to our territory eventually, like a couple of minutes later, but there was like this event that was going on. I think it was the Halloween event, or it was a Thanksgiving event, right? It's the Thanksgiving event not Halloween, I don't even remember, I think it's Thanksgiving, that was going on, and there was a need to hunt for some guardians. So I was like, screw it, I might as well get that done right here, right now, rather than go to the temple guardians, which are super strong. So this was the last rally we sent pretty much on this one little dude. Poor guy. Honestly, he did not deserve to get deserted by his alliance mates. I'm not a fan of the fact that they just dipped at all. I mean, come on, man, don't do that to us. But they did, and it is what it is. So yeah, we rallied the guy one time, he dipped, we rallied his friend, burned them both, got a few kills, and that's the end of the story. What do you guys think? Have you guys ever run away from anyone? Have you left your own territory because someone invaded you? Leave me a comment down below, let me know. And also, if you mind following my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, links are down below. I'm trying to hit 150 followers on Twitter, which seems impossible. I'd really appreciate your help. Anyway, I'm the Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. I know it wasn't too crazy, just a little bit of a fight that went on and people ran away on us when we wanted to war. It is what it is, right? Until the next time, you guys have a great week, a great month, a great end of 2018, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.